There always comes a time in the professional life of a doctor when the patient admitted under him may not be cooperative, abusive, or may not give consent or delay in giving consent. What should a doctor do at such times? In a recent judgment from the State Commission, a patient is brought to the hospital after a discharge against medical advice (DAMA) by the relatives. The relatives, who are doctors themselves, insist on admission in the wards. The doctors in the hospital diagnose hypertension with chronic renal failure stage 5, with acidemia, with pneumonia and sepsis. The patient is admitted in the ICU. The patient is started on treatment and the patient dies after a few days. The relatives file a case of negligence against the hospital and the doctors. The relatives allege that they had bought the patient for admission in the hospital wards. Furthermore, they allege the patient had unnecessary intervention which the patient was quite apprehensive about. The court specifically noted from the medical records that there was documentation of the fact that the relatives were not cooperative, they were abusive with the healthcare workers, and they were delaying consent or refusing consent for interventions like a central venous line, insertion of a Ryle's tube, etc., which the court said would have benefited the patient. For all these above mentioned reasons, the court did not hold the hospital or the doctors negligent. What should the doctors have done in this case? Like a patient has a right to change his doctor if he is not happy with the treatment rendered, so also a doctor has a right to withdraw or stop treating a patient midway, even during the period of admission. The only caveat being the doctor has to give enough notice and time to the patient, all the relatives, to make alternative arrangements. Till the time that the relatives or the patient make alternative arrangements, the doctor has to continue treating the patient like before. Specifically document this fact daily in the medical records. Thank you.